possible to see the silver lining even in these tough economic times? I know, we often wonder, right? Life coach Don Varney is here to show us some valuable tips. And a lucky viewer is winning a pair of George Strait tickets, but you have to watch to win. It's all ahead. San Antonio Living starts now.
And now, San Antonio Living with Shelley, Leslie, Alana, Beto, and Michael.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to San Antonio Living. I'm Shelley Miles, Michael Garafola, and Leslie Bull. Everybody good on Tuesday?
He has been a pro football player. He has been a motivational speaker, and he is still a motivational speaker. He's got a book out right now. His name is Don Varney. The book is called The Action-Driven Life. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. So good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Talk to me about The Action-Driven Life. Talk to me about where the motivation for this came from.
Well, it actually was a book that I originally started to do just for young people. And the idea was to find somebody that hasn't had a job. They've been in academia, meaning high school, gone to college. They haven't really been out in the workforce. And I wanted to give them just some really tried and true, proven, just a formula to help them jumpstart their life.
And what is the beginning of that formula? Where do you start?
Well, it's all to do with your attitude. You know, sometimes you think about how simple it is in life to get a bad attitude, and then that can drive you down the street you don't want to go. In this case, I talk about the importance of a good attitude, how you've got to keep yourself motivated to be positive. And if you're not, it just gets harder.
Now, talk to me about the attitude part, because I know you were an Air Force recruiter for a while. If you always had a good attitude about everything, or did that help you, the training they gave you?
Oh, no. I was the guy in the back of the room. I was a football player in the sense, mindset. All I wanted to do was hit people. That was, not a super outgoing guy. Mm-hmm. And when I went to that school, it was a turnaround for me. It really, really was. I owe my life and career to the Air Force recruiting school, because they did a 180 on my life. And boy, I love it. It was great. Obviously, I've done well since, and it's been great.
What do you think the biggest hurdle people have out there, young people, old people, to accomplishing what they really want out of life?
If I were to liken it to when I coached, most people kind of think they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And if they won't accept coaching, if they won't accept training, and they kind of have a I know how to do it attitude, they're going to struggle. It's going to be harder and harder and harder for them. And I even find that today when I'm doing consulting with corporate execs and so forth, a lot of them say, well, I don't need that. And it's a shame, because the people that say, I don't need that, are the ones that need it the most.
And how do you get people to turn around that mindset? I don't need that. I know enough. I've been there. Don't talk to me about something I already know. How do you get them to open up?
Generally, what I'll do is just, it's questioning. You just sit and you start asking them questions. You draw it out of them. And then all of a sudden they hit a wall and they realize, I don't know the answer to that. Or the answer is, I'm the owner of the company and they'll do what I say. Mm-hmm. And it's like, do you really think that's the right way to go? Or would you rather have people that would work for you that really want to be here?
Now, people that are out there watching this right now that might be afraid of taking that leap, that next step, starting that business, and you've been around the block a lot.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of motivation, what kind of words of wisdom can you give them to kind of get them to jumpstart their life?
I would say, number one, decide what you're going to do. Make a decision at least where you really feel that you want to be this person. Once you do that, a lot of people say, make a simple plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you don't have a target. And you can shoot all day long and never hit anything. So just a simple plan, and then every single day do something to accomplish that goal. It doesn't mean it's going to happen for you this week or next week. It might be a year or 2 years or even 3 years down the road. But keep working towards it.
Now, let's backtrack for a second here and talk a little bit about your personal life. Pro football player at what age?
I was 52.
Tell us how that happened.
It was kind of fun. I had met the quarterback of the San Antonio Stampede, and he introduced me to the team. And we were catching the ball, having fun, and the next thing I know, they invited me if I'd like to try out. And I did, and the rest is history. I got to play on the team with some great young guys, all scholarship athletes out of high school. Some had played in the NFL, the WFL, and they just were a great bunch of guys. And here I am, 52 years old, living my dream, because I always felt I could be a professional player, and it was just my check mark to be able to prove it.
Impressive. Okay, talk to me about who have been the heroes in your life? Who have you looked up to in your lifetime?
Wow. My grandmother, I'm going to put her right at the top, Maudie McCoy. This little lady, little 4'11" spark plug. But she taught me an awful lot by literally standing at her apron string. She owned a restaurant in Baltimore. And watching how she handled folks, how she cared about people, how do me right, I'll take care of you. Do me wrong, you're going to suffer the consequences. And she really taught me the responsibility for your actions, as along with just being a good, honest person, do a good job, give a good value for what you do.
Now, last question. I know you've met a lot of people in your lifetime. The most impressive person you've ever met, and why?
Wow.
A well-known person that people might know.
Sure. You know, I'm going to say Josh Davis, right here, local talent, swimmer, Olympic gold medalist,
right.
etc.
Sure.
Josh is just a great guy, but what I liked about him was his life has been action-driven. And he made decisions, he made goals, and he went after it, and he's doing it today. He's still doing it. He's just a great guy, great family guy. I'm really, really proud to say he's a friend of mine.
Good stuff. Don Varney, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Once again, the book is called The Action-Driven Life. You can get it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble as well. The phone number on your screen, 241-3282. It's VarneySpeaks.com. We will be right back. Stick around.